Okay, let's play some music. It's a song about a girl Renee and I saw down on 6th Street in Austin one morning while having breakfast. Renee pointed her out and said, "Look at that." So I came home, and this is kind of what I thought she might be like. Now I know a place where it gets real cold. You think I'm talking geography, but I got a woman with a breath so cold she freezes the desert when she breathes. And everybody says her heart's so cold there can't be blood in her vein. She just like riding on an unbroke horse with no saddle, no bit, and no rein. She just like riding on an unbroke horse. She turns, circle, jumps up and down. I never know where she gonna jump to next. She got me feeling like a rodeo clown. And everybody says her heart's so cold there can't be blood in her vein. She just like riding on an unbroke horse with no saddle, no bit, and no rein. She was probably a lawyer, an accountant, something like that. She likes shiny cars and fancy clothes, 6-inch heels all the time. Got Botox lips and a cool tattoo. She only drinks high-class wine. And everybody stops when she walks by, her short skirt and legs so long. She make men twitch and shake inside. She's a girl next door gone wrong. She just like riding on an unbroke horse. She turns, circle, jumps up and down. I never know where she gonna jump to next. She got me feeling like a rodeo clown. I can't figure why I like a girl like her, 'cause life sucks most of the time. But when she's hot, she's like a boiling pot. She drives a man clean out of his mind. She drives a man clean out of his mind. Oh, Winker, you know her. It's probably your next ex-wife. All right, thanks to Winker for the slideshow tonight. Tonight, all those slides that you saw were from the year 2013. Every one of them for the next, probably the next week or two, we're probably going to be doing 2013 and then working our way forward, or at least Winker is. So if you enjoy those slideshows, they bring back memories, be sure to thank Winker. He puts in a lot of time putting these slides together, because he literally has, over a million slides, far more than a million slides, and he goes through these and catalogs them and picks out for your slideshows. So it's a lot of work. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to not make my snaps click on my guitar, because I know you can hear that.
Yeah, you have a request.
I do? What is it?
Coming Home to Stay from David Ford.
Hi, David Ford.
Jocelyn Manor says good night.
And what?
Jocelyn from the UK says good night.
Oh, Jocelyn. Good night, Jocelyn. It's very late for you over there. It's always nice that you can tune in and at least say hello before you go to bed. So good night, Jocelyn from the UK. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope we see you again soon. Okay, David Ford, I'll do something for you tonight. This song, John Ems and I wrote this song. I started this song. It's called Home to Stay. I started it over 30 years ago. I wrote it at least 3 different ways, and I was never convinced it was finished any of those ways. And John and I were getting together in a writing session, and I said, okay, let's just put a nail in this one and let's finish it. Pick a way and finish it. So John and I sat down and wrote it this way, and then we recorded it on the Grouchy Like Riley record. And when we did it on the Grouchy Like Riley record, we thought it was a little long, so we truncated a couple of lines in the last verse. So tonight I'll do it, David Ford, tonight I'll do the 2 lines that you've never heard. As I'm headed out this morning, this old guitar takes me away. I didn't want to leave you lying all alone. I sure wish I could stay. You know how much I'm gonna miss you. The things you do that make me smile. I hope you know it's not forever, girl. It's only for a little while. I've only known you for a short time. What I feel for you is true. I know I could not love another the way that I love you. While I'm out there on the highway, in the time that we're apart, when I can be holding you in my arms, I hold you in my heart. Before the snow flies on the mountain, before the birds fly southern ways, and I'll be coming home to see you, girl. This time I'm coming home to stay. I know you're tired of all my traveling and my wayward gypsy life, and you're wondering if I'll ever change, settle down and have a wife, 'cause the nights can sure get lonely out here on the road, and it gets harder and harder, girl, every time I have to go. Before the snow flies on the mountain, before the birds fly southern ways, and I'll be coming home to see you, girl. This time I'm coming home to stay. This time I'm coming home to stay. The song came about as I was getting on an airplane with Jerry Jeff and heading out. Yes, ma'am.
David says, sounds great.
Thanks, David.
And you might wish Stephen Shearer a happy recovery.
Oh, is Stephen on tonight? Everybody wished Stephen, our friend Stephen Shearer, a speedy recovery. He fell during the snowpocalypse ice storm here in Austin and broke his leg. Had to have surgery. but he's doing well. He's recovering. He's just going to be laid up for a little while. So if you know Stephen Shear, just wish him well. He's going to be good. He's just going to take him a little bit. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's do just do this one. Now life ain't always easy. Life ain't always fun. Sometimes you have to walk, and sometimes you get to run. The sky's always darkest just before the dawn, but you know the sun will rise if you keep on keeping on. Now rain will fall and sun will shine, everybody knows that's true. When you think you got it all, then comes lonesome stew. Sometimes it's all so easy, like walking in the park. Sometimes you take dead aim, but you just can't hit the mark. Now life is always easy through other people's eyes. Our grass is always greener and on the other side. You gotta know the road you're on is the road you need. It's all about the getting there, not about the speed. There's a man I know in Austin, he's everybody's friend. He's always got a smile as he reaches out his hand. The gray hair on his head is no measure of the man. You know he's always keeping on just because he can. Now into everybody's life a little rain must fall. The water helps us grow so that we can stand up tall. So look around, enjoy the day. They never last that long. Like flowers in the spring, by winter time they're gone. Now life is always easy through other people's eyes. Our grass is always greener on the other side. You gotta know the road you're on is the road you need. It's all about the getting there, not about the speed. Said it's all about the getting there, not about the speed. Remember that, Stevie Shear. It's not about the speed, Stevie. Just get there. All right. Drug out the old guitar tonight to give it a little love. It's been on the sideline for a while, feeling bad. You know, I don't know if I don't think we did this one last week. Maybe not even. You know, we'll just do this. This was one of the first songs that Jerry Jeff ever wrote. I'll just do this. We'll do who knows the very first song he ever wrote, but I do know this was one of the first songs he ever wrote. We'll do this one, and we'll do maybe the last song he ever wrote. We'll just do that. A little bird come sit upon my windowsill. He sat there through the falling rain, and as I watched that little bird upon my windowsill, I saw my thoughts of you go by again. The picture of my face reflecting on the pain. Is it tears I see, or is it rain? Now I remember how we talked before we said goodbye. too young to know this world outside her door. How we laughed and said our love was free, like birds that fly the wind. Now the rainy day made me think of you once more. The picture of my face on the window pane. Is it tears I see, or is it rain? I have no regrets about the past. See how young we were when our world was love and life was but a thought. Many things go many ways and many times but once, till our life was past and then love is but a thought. The picture of my face on the window pane. Is it tears I see, or is it rain? And as my thoughts go tumbling back, I wonder how you look. I wonder if you've seen that little bird. I wonder if he sat upon your windowsill. I wonder if you'll ever hear these words. The picture of my face on the window pane. Is it tears I see, or is it rain? The picture of my face reflecting on the pane. Is it tears I see, or is it rain? Now is it tears or is it rain? All right.
Ben Jones says, sounds good.
Hey, Ben Jones, how you doing, man? You had a good show the other night, Ben. It was good to hear you playing all those great songs. I'm going to have to find some words for this one. I'm trying to think if I could remember all the last song. You know, it may not be the last song that Jerry Jeff wrote, but it was certainly one of the last songs that he wrote. And I sat over at his house with him. I had told him I was going to record on this new record one of his really old songs. And he said, no, he said, I just wrote 3 new songs. He said, you might want to do one of these. He kind of pointed me toward this one. We sat over at his house on 2 or 3 different occasions. He couldn't really sing anymore, but he showed me kind of how he wanted me to play it. Well, I had this old guitar I found in a second-hand music shop. I gave it to a friend one night who lost a hell of a lot. I said, go write a song to sing as you travel down life's road. 'Cause music as you're traveling always lightens up your load. Oh, it does. Well, I miss that old guitar a lot. You know, it had the sweetest tone. But I loved my friend a lot. Didn't want to see him there alone. Now when you give something away you love, oh, it means more when you do. When you look back on your life, those moments define you. You only get one life to live, so go on, live it with a flair. Try to be a positive and occasionally take a dare. A smile can lift the darkest clouds, but be aware. Some chances come your way but once, then vanish in thin air. Oh, that's so true. My goodness, how the years have flown and robbed me of my youth. But my friends and memories stand out as living proof that the loving gifts that pass through us like brush strokes from the hearts we use to paint the masterpiece of life is living arts. You only get one life to live, so live it with some flair. Try to be a positive and occasionally take that dare. If true love should find your friend, pull it in and hold it close. It's the little things like wedding rings that sometimes mean the most. I had this old guitar I found in a second-hand music shop. So there's one of the first ones that he ever wrote and one of the last ones that he ever wrote. All right, so we did that. Let's just do the same thing. You know, I give credit. I would have never written a song, I don't think, if it had not been for Jerry Jeff and Guy Clark. Becoming friends with them and traveling around with them, I don't think I would have ever written a song. I played music all my life, and I played other people's songs. I don't think I would have ever written one if it hadn't been for them, their influence on me.
That would be sad for us.
That was what?
That would be sad for us.
Oh, you're nice. Thank you, Kathy. But anyway, so we'll do the same. That was kind of one of the first and one of the last songs that Jerry Jeff ever written. Now let's do one of the first, actually, we think the first song that Guy ever wrote, and then we'll do certainly one of the last songs that he ever wrote. That picture hanging on the wall was painted by a friend. He gave it to me all down and out when he owed me 10. It doesn't look like much, I guess, but it's all that's left of him. Sure is nice I'm right over here when the light's a little dim. Step inside this house, girl, and I'll sing for you a song. I'll tell you about just where I've been. It shouldn't last too long. I'll show you all the things that I own, my treasures, you might say. Couldn't be more than $10 worth. They brighten up my day. This book of poems was given to me by a girl I used to know. I guess I read it front to back 50 times or so. It's all about the good life, staying at ease with the world. It's funny how I love that book, and I never loved that girl. You step inside this house, girl, and I'll sing for you a song. I'll tell you about just where I've been. It shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own, my treasures treasures, you might say, couldn't be more than $10 worth. They brighten up my day. You hold this piece of glass up to the light that's shining through the door. It's a prism glass, I found it on the road. Can't you see that tiny rainbow? It's not really a prism, I guess it's just kinda broke a funny way. I was on my way to Houston and headed for LA. This guitar was given to me by an old man, Thomas Gray. It's not too much to look at, but I play it every day. It's been across this country 4 or 5 times, I guess. Between me and old man Tom, it never got much rest. Now step inside this house, girl, and I'll sing for you a song. I'll tell you about just where I've been. It shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own, my treasures, you might say. Couldn't be more than $10 worth. They brighten up my day. It's just about all that I own, all I care to, I guess. Except this pair of boots, maybe, and that funny yellow vest, that leather jacket and that leather bag, and that hat hanging on the wall. Just so it's not too much to carry, babe, could I see you again next fall? Just step inside this house, girl, and I'll sing for you a song. I'll tell you about just where I've been. It shouldn't take too long. I'll show you all the things that I own, my treasures, you might say. Couldn't be more than $10 worth. They brighten up my day. Okay, we're pretty sure that was the first song that Guy ever wrote. I think he admitted that that was the first song he ever wrote, and he didn't really ever play it. I spent a lot of time around Guy for several years. I never heard him play it. I didn't even know it was a song he'd written until Lyle Lovett recorded it. But this was one of the last songs that Guy wrote. It may not have been the last, but it was certainly one of the last songs he wrote. It's all about Susanna. His wife, Susanna. My favorite picture of you is the one where you're staring straight into the lens. It's just a Polaroid shot someone took on the spot, no beginning, no end. It's just a moment in time you can't have back. You never left, but your bags were packed just in case. My favorite picture of you, it's been and it's faded and pinned to my wall. Oh, and you were so angry, it's hard to believe we were lovers at all. Now there's a fire in your eyes, got your heart on your sleeve, a curse on your lips, but all I can see is beautiful. My favorite picture of you is the one where your wings are showing. Oh, and your arms are crossed, your fists are clenched, not gone but going. You're just a stand-up angel who won't back down. Nobody's fool and nobody's clown. You were smarter than that. My favorite picture of you is the one where it hasn't rained yet. Oh, and as I recall, came a winter squall, we got soaking wet. Oh, 1,000 words in the blink of an eye. The camera loves you, and so do I. Click. My favorite picture of you is the one where you're staring straight into the lens. After Guy wrote that song, they were doing a tribute to a guy at one point, and Jerry Jeff was going to sing that song. And Guy got Jerry Jeff to do that song. He told Jerry Jeff, he said, "I think this is one of my finest works that he'd done over the years," and it's certainly a great one. Okay. I was writing a song several years ago. And Renee used to kind of look over my shoulder and proof songs and so forth, and sometimes she'd see a line and she'd say, "You can't say that." And I'd say, "Well, why?" She'd say, "You can't say that." So anyway, I'd have to come up with another line. And I kept doing that and kept doing that and kept doing that. And finally I just started lines that were kind of about her that she couldn't refute. She's kind of crazy and blind as a bat. Someday she don't know where she's at. Looks out the window and calls out my name. You know, sometimes I think she's insane. But she's mine for better or worse. Is it love or is it a curse? She loves to love when things are just right. She loves to talk in the middle of the night. You know she's little but pretty damn mean, and people tell me she's no snuff queen. Sometimes I wonder if she's here or there. I guess we've all got little crosses we bear. My baby's crazy, she's lost her mind, and maybe time to cut this line. I think about her and wonder how I'm gonna get her in the here and now. Every time I start to leave home, and I remember when I was alone, those cold nights with no one there, nobody's talking and nobody cares. Even though she howls at the moon, I know she's crazy, but she's singing my tune. My baby's crazy, she's lost her mind, but looking good and all of the time. I know at times her lights ain't bright, but I know where she is tonight. My baby's crazy, she's lost her mind. Now is it love or is it a curse? It could be worse. turned out to be just a fun little song. Chip and I wrote a bunch of songs. I used to call him over to the house because I'd start these songs on piano and I'd call him over to the house to bail me out on piano part. Got a scar above my eye, my long, long time ago. A scar on my hand from a knife too sharp to know. And all the scars on my soul that I can't explain. Scars on my heart that bear your name. Some are crooked and some are wrinkled, some are straight and smooth, some are barely noticed, some are angry, some are rude. When the final page is turned, it's all been said and done. Will the scars you left on me still burn? It's a hurt that got so deep, a pain I can't ignore. It's a lesson that I'll keep, 'cause you cut me to the core. A timeless was to fade like a crack up on the floor. As long as you've been gone, I miss you more and more. Scars are just a remnant of times long ago. They're just the evidence that lingers so we'll know. And all the things we've said and done, the places that we've been, the heartaches and laughter, the joys and sins. It's a hurt that got so deep, a pain I can't ignore. It's a lesson that I'll keep, 'cause you cut me to the core. A time was just a fade, like a crack up on the floor. As long as you've been gone, I miss you more and more. As long as you've been gone, I miss you more and more. That's really an old one. I've always liked that song. That's one of Kathy DeLoach's favorites, so I always have to do that for her. There is a, I get y'all are really good about bringing and sending requests. Y'all are just great about that, and I love it, and we appreciate all of it. And one request that I got a couple of weeks ago, I think it was right before the snowpocalypse, and then we had to take a Wednesday off because of that, from my friends Ann and Rich.
They're on.
Oh, they're on? Great. All right, Ann and Rich, we're going to give this song a shot. This is I did not know this song. I really didn't know anything about this song until you guys requested it, and I looked it up, and I found a couple of different versions. It's an English guy. What's his name? His name is, let me look up his name here. I think I have it somewhere. No, maybe I don't. Well, Rick, or Ann and Rich, you can, I forgot his name. But it's a really cool song, and and the meaning of this song and everything is really good. So let's see if you like that. Okay, hold on a minute. I have to get this straight in my head. Get this straight in my head before I mess it up. Because there's a lot of words in this, and they're all good. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the papers with his worn out shoes? And in his eyes there's see no pride, a hand held loosely by his side. Yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Now let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old gal who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in her 2 carrier bags. Cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his comb, and looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. And each tea lasts an hour, and he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Now let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Now have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission? Memory fading with the metal ribbons that he wears. And in our winter city the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten Negro in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Now let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Ralph McTell. Great song, great request, Ann and Rich. It's just another one of these nights. I'm going to do a Wednesday night, and it's just going to be nothing but requests that you guys have made over the last year. All right.
You have some requests.
Oh, I do. What are they?
Jim Wiley wants to know, do you know Ramblin' Jack and Man?
Oh, I know the song you're talking about, Jim. I've never done it. I'd have to look it up. I would really have to look up that one. I couldn't do it off the cuff. But I do know the song. Matter of fact, little tidbit for you. I was there that night in that hotel room that song is talking about. It was at the Driscoll Hotel. Ramblin' Jack was there. Guy was there. Several. Larry Mahan was there in the room. So, I was in the room when that song, in the story that song takes place, I was in the room. So maybe I should learn that one. But thanks for reminding me of that one, Jim.
And David Ford wants Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues and Everybody's Talking.
You know what, David? Let's do that. This is another one of these songs I would have never done. I would have never learned it, except David requested it, and he requested it a couple times, and finally I just said, okay, I gotta look this song up. And it's a great song. Danny O'Keefe. And everybody's gone away. They say they're moving to L.A. Not a soul I know around. And everybody's leaving town. Some caught a freight, some caught a plane. Find the sunshine, leave the rain. They say this town will waste your time. I guess they're right, it's wasting mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. A good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. You know my heart keeps telling me you're not a kid at 33. You play around, you lose your wife. You play too long, you lose your life. I got my pills to ease the pain. Can't find a thing to ease the rain. I love to try and settle down, but everybody's leaving town. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. So thanks, David. That was just one of those requests again. Just brought me another song that I would have never have done.
Stephen would like another Jerry Jeff song.
Stephen would? Okay, Stevie boy. Here's a double for you then. Jerry Jeff recorded this song. He was probably the first one to record it that got it any notoriety. Chuck Pyle wrote it. And I was going to do this for Dale Dingley. Watch out when they start to twist. Hold tight with a leather fist. That's what my daddy told me. How to ride the bull. There's a jingle in my jeans, a sore places in between. I believe in Fort Worth with a push and a pull. A 10-4, buddy, come on back. Oh, horse trailer on the Cadillac. I'll be talking to the cowboy in the Coupe de Ville. Chug-a-lug up one side, gliding down the other. I'm a lover of the other side of the hill. Turn up that radio. Don't you think about a rodeo. Don't you think about a roundup up in old Cheyenne. It's a crazy circuit, yeah, but you still work it. Won't you turn your sound up, buddy? Now let's check the scan. A 10-4, buddy, come on back. Horse trailer on the Cadillac. I'll be talking to the cowboy in the Coupe de Ville. Chug-a-lug up one side, gliding down the other. I'm a lover of the other side of the hill. A bandana on my rear view mirror, still wet from ear to ear. Once again it's proven what the wise men say. When you ride that last one, you better make it a fast one. Jump while he's moving and just walk away. A 10-4, buddy, come on back. Horse trailer on the Cadillac. I'll be talking to the cowboy and the Coupe de Ville. Chug-a-lug up one side, gliding down the other. I'm a lover of the other side of the hill. I'm a lover of the other side of the hill. There you go, Stevie boy. We got two out of the way, two requests out of the way. One for you. Jerry Jeff did that song. He didn't write it. Chuck Powell wrote it, but Jerry Jeff was the first one that I knew that recorded it, so other people heard it. Here's another request. This one, let's do this. This was my buddy Jim Funderburg up in Ohio. Had sent every now and then sends me in a request and say, why don't you do this one or learn this one or whatever. Gary P. wrote this song. Gary P. Nunn. He co-wrote it with his, if I understand this right, a previous girlfriend's sister, I believe. And Willie recorded it. Great song. The postman delivered the past due bill notice, and the alarm clock rang 2 hours late. The garbage man left off the trash on the sidewalk, and the hinges fell off of the gate. And this morning at breakfast, I spilled all the coffee, and I opened the door on my knee. The last thing I needed, the first thing this morning, was to have you walk out on me. As I understand it, the girl that was the co-write had the idea and kind of gave him that first verse, and then he finished it. Last night you came home late, and I knew you'd been drinking by the old mellow look on your face. And I thought it don't matter, it's a holiday season, and you feel such a big empty space. I lay down beside you, I wanted your loving, 'cause your love makes my life complete. The last thing I needed, the first thing this morning, is to have you walk out Excuse me for looking like my world just ended. Excuse me for looking like I lost my best friend. Excuse me for living and forgiving. Just go on if you wanna be free. The last thing I needed, the first thing this morning, was to have you walk out on me. The last thing I needed, the first thing this morning, was to have you walk out on me. I think Chris Stapleton actually recorded that song lately. So that song's been around a long time now.
And Jim is on.
Oh, Jim's on, Jim Thunderberg. Well, Jim, thanks for that request. That's the only reason I've learned that song is because you requested it, and it's a good one. All right. Song about coming to Texas. Let's see. 41 years ago this month. Never left. Now I left home. I took a westbound train. Don't know if I'm coming back again. I gotta see what I haven't seen. Go places that I'd never been. The desert sky on a star-filled night. I've always heard it's where they're bright. The mountains tall, I gotta see. Above the clouds, where the air is clean. Gonna live my dream and chase rainbows. 'Cause there might be a pot of gold. Gonna pay no mind to what the people say. Gonna live my life day after day. You want a rodeo, want to race them cars, fly an airplane high and try to touch the stars. Be an astronaut and pick up moon rocks. We get your face and on a Wheaties box. Just live your dream and chase rainbows. 'Cause there might be a pot of gold. Just pay no mind to what the people say. Just live your life day after day. Just live your life day after day.
Jim Wiley wants to know if you're familiar with the songwriter Hugh Prestwood.
Hey, I've heard the name, Hugh Prestwood.
Well, I've got a couple of your songs here by him that you might look at.
Okay, I'll look it up. I don't know what songs he did, but I do know his name. I'm not sure why I know his
The
name.
song Remembers When.
The song Remembers Wind? I'll have to look it up.
And also Asking Us to Dance.
I'll look that up, Jim.
And he also requested Turling
Ooh, I don't know Terlingua Skies at all.
And Nancy McDonald requested Jaded Love.
Jaded Lover. Oh, that's a great song. Jim, I'll have to look those up. Those are not on my radar. I'll look those up. Okay. Well, this request I can probably pull off. Darling, it won't be but a week or two. You'll be out loving someone new. I must have happened 100 times before. Well, I can see you've been spreading yourself thin too, and it's a lonely stage we've been going through. So don't get up, I can find my own way to the door. And I can see you are an angel whose wings just won't unfold. So tune up your heart and polish your rolling load. The only kind of man that you ever wanted was one that you knew you never owe very long. You're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. Now you may have 30 lovers behind you, and I can feel you, but I sure can't find you. It seems like you would have found your own self by now. Late at night, your old lover's tears come back. Faces in your dream, fingers in your back, voices of the memories crying out loud. And I can see you are an angel whose wings just won't unfold. So tune up your heart and polish your rolling load. The only kind of man that you ever wanted was one that you knew you never owe very long. You're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. What a joyous sight to see you when you sleep. I believe I'm leaving, it's getting too deep. Seems easy enough for any man to say. Hell, we wouldn't agree if we talked all night. Things are getting kinda heavy, so I'm traveling light. Goodbye, jaded lover, you undercover queen for a day. And I can see you are an angel whose wings just won't unfold. So tune up your heart and polish your rolling load. The only kind of man that you ever wanted was one that you knew you never owe very long. You're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. And now you're sitting there crying like I'm the first one to go. That's another one that Chuck Pyle wrote that Jerry Jeff did and kind of brought it out to the people. That was a good request.
Stephen would like a train song.
Stephen would like a train song.
I think you should do the one about coming here from Kentucky. The one you wrote.
I'm trying to think which one. Oh, I just did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the
I was
one.
involved in my comments.
The one. Yeah, the one you're thinking about. I just did that. That was trains. Okay, okay, Stevie, I got you. I play the Red River Valley, and he sits in the kitchen and cries. Run his fingers through 70 years of living. Wonder if every well he drilled gone dry. We were friends, me and this old man, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. As soon as I could walk, he'd take me with him to a place called the Green Frog Cafe. It was old men with beer, guts and dominoes, lying about their lives while they played. I was just a kid. They all called me sidekick, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. He's a drifter, he's a driller of all wells. He's an old school man of this world. Taught me how to drive his car when he's too drunk to. He wink and give me money for the girls. And our lives was like some old western movie, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. Now one day I looked up, he's pushing 80. He had brown tobacco stain all down his chin. To me, he's one of the heroes of this country. So why is he all dressed up like them old men? He's drinking beer, he's playing Moon and 42, like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. The day before he died, I went to see him. I was grown, he's almost gone. We closed our eyes and we dreamed of supper kitchen. We sang another verse to that old song. Hang on, Jack, hang on, Stevie, it's coming. Like desperados waiting for a train. Like desperados waiting for a train. Here's a train song, Stevie. That's one of my favorite Guy Clark songs. I think it's just a great story. All of his songs are great stories. Okay, Miss Sam, we have 20 minutes left. You know, I was thinking about old Sarah Elizabeth Campbell today. Popped into my mind. You used to think I hung the moon. Oh, I would swear that it was you. And I used to drink the boys under the table. Oh, back when I was running with you. A tiny town in the Sierras. Oh, wild turkey until dawn. You play guitar so sweetly. All night long we carry on. as it were yesterday. You could always make my heart dance when you wanted to. Oh, back when I was running with you. Never be another one like old Sarah Elizabeth. Now once in a fit of craziness, I threw your love letters away. Couldn't see beyond my madness. Oh, what I'd give to have them back today. When I was running with you, oh, it seemed so far away. Still I remember it as it were yesterday. You could always make my heart dance when you wanted to. Oh, back when I was running with you. She's the only girl I ever knew that we could go in someplace and she put a full bottle of wine and 3 glasses in her brassiere, and we could walk in and nobody knew. You were the first boy that I truly loved, and gave my young heart to. It's the music and the laughter I remember most. Oh, back when I was running with you. When I was running with you. Oh, it seems so far away. Still I remember it as it were yesterday. You could always make my heart dance when you wanted to. Oh, back when I was running with you. Oh, back when I was running with you. Oh, we miss old Sarah Elizabeth.
We're all back at Arts now.
Well, yeah, we're all back eating barbecue with Sarah Elizabeth on a Monday night. Okay, what should we do? I've had good luck and bad luck and no luck, that's true. But I always get lucky with you. I've been turned on and turned down when the bars close at 2. But I always get lucky with you. I've had 2 strikes against me most all of the time. When it comes to a phone call, I might as say dime. I've had good days and bad days, but when the day's through, I always get lucky with you. I always get lucky with you. Freddie Powers song. He wrote so many great songs. She grew up in Texas and proud of her state. She remembers the old Alamo, and she's a lone star, that's right, and you could see her at night. And out where the stars unfold, she's an angel, I know. There's no one else like her, loving and caring to a fault. She takes in the strays even on her bad days, and she only drinks whiskey in the morning. She loves to ride horses, the wild ones are best. They remind her to live every day. Now there's a good and a bad, and sometimes she gets out. She won't let that get in her way. You know her daddy left home when she was a girl. I left her mother and her all alone. The hard times are hard, easy not in the cards, and she only drinks whiskey in the morning. She only drinks whiskey in the morning. But years ago, she drank it all night. It made her dance on the bar and sleep in her car. It wound her up just a little too tight. We'll dedicate this next verse to our governor. Politicians disgust her, they don't tell the truth. She wonders why they bother to speak. She knows that they're lying without even trying. I guess the truth just makes them feel weak. She plays fiddle at night when her work is all done. She learned from a card-playing gambler. She likes the feel of the bow, but everyone knows that she only drinks whiskey in the morning. Everybody, she only drinks whiskey in the morning. But years ago, she drank it all night. It made her dance on the bar and sleep in her car. It wound her up just a little too tight. Now she never drinks whiskey at night. For Winker. There's a sad song playing on the jukebox. It seems like they play all night long. And sitting all alone on a bar stool, he's thinking about where it all went wrong. The sad songs are playing, the neon displaying the tears of a drunken old fool. Behind the bar in the mirror, the truth is clearer. He's just a fool on a lonely bar stool. The cowboy head man loads the jukebox again, and maybe he'll play a nice song, a song that makes an old fool start to smile and take him back to the days long gone. The sad songs are playing, the neon displaying tears of a drunken old fool. Behind the bar in the mirror, the truth is clearer. He's just a fool on a lonely bar stool. The night she left home, I'll never forget. She packed up and said she was through. She said, "You're a fool, and I don't think you'll change." Then like a bird, she spread her wings and flew. The sad songs are playing, the neon displaying the tears of a drunken old fool. Behind the bar in the mirror, I see the truth much clearer. I'm the fool on that lonely bar stool. Yes, I'm the fool on that lonely bar stool.
Jim Funderburg wanted Contrary to Ordinary.
Okay, Jim. That's a good test to see if I can remember that.
And Jim Whaley suggested I Feel Like Hank Williams Tonight.
All right, let's see. All right, we'll just do those two to close. That'll be a good test to see if I can remember those. All right, Jim. I guess the first thing is make sure this is the right key. I think so. Never live my life through other people's eyes. I guess I've always been riding through storms twice my size, and always been a drifter, and I guess I always will. And I'll be riding toward the sunset, the far side of some hill. One-man band and a one-man gypsy circus. I'm finding every piece of this puzzle has a purpose. Drifting and dreaming, that must be my fate. And I'll be grinning at the devil boys, waiting with aces and eights, 'cause I was contrary to ordinary, even as a child. This fast freight's made me wonder, this full moon's drove me wild, and stories do come true when you live life in episodes with one eye on the ladies now, and one eye still on that road. Now when I die, I swear, don't put no tombstone on my grave. Just lift one eye, my friends, and sail my ashes out over the waves. Don't bring no preacher down here just to tighten up my path. You just tell them how I love to live. I love to sing and dance and to laugh, 'cause I was contrary to ordinary, even as a child. This fast freight's made me wonder, this full moon still drive me wild, and stories do come true when you live life in episodes with one eye There you go, Jim. I think I got most of it. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We'll do one more.
Jim Wiley.
It was the, Hank Williams. For Jim Whaley, we'll close out tonight with I Feel Like Hank Williams tonight. One of my oldest buddies, great songwriter, Chris Wall. He wrote this one. I think it's one of the great country songs. Again, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks for your support, your donations. There's never a fee for these shows, but if you feel like donating, you certainly can. Keeps a little studio going here. And we appreciate y'all. Thanks to Collings Guitars. Thanks to Elixir Strings. Thanks to Darren A. Pelt with our red eye pedals. They're the best in the West. They're the best ever, everywhere. Thanks to Straight Music. Thanks to Austin City Jams. Thanks to Winker with an Eye for all these great slideshows that he does for us. I can live my whole life without a phone call, the likes of which I got today. Was only my wife said hello, then goodbye. She told me she's going away. Now I didn't cry, was all cut and dry. I hung up before I realized. I turned up my stereo and I walked to the window and stared at the storm clouds outside. And I play classical music when it rains, and country when I am in pain. And I don't play Beethoven quite as much as I like. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Was no explanation, not even a reason. No talk of the good times we've had. Was it me, was it her? Hell, I don't know for sure. And that's why I'm feeling so bad. And I play jazz when I am confused, and country whenever I lose. But bird saxophone tonight don't sound right. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Now lately I've been thinking I just might quit drinking, and now I don't know, all in all. I just might stay home and get drunk all alone and punch a few holes in the wall. 'Cause when I'm real high, I play rock and roll, and country when I'm losing control. I don't play Chuck Berry quite as much as I like. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. I feel like Hank Williams tonight. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you being here every week. It's, get your shots when you can. That's all I can say. I feel really good and blessed to have had my shots. So I hope we're back to normal soon. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you next week, I hope. Bye-bye.